Listen, I'm a health coach, and food was my worst score in 2 weeks in a row. 3 out of 7, twice. And it's not because I don't know what to eat, okay? That's the part that I want to talk about because it's probably happening to you too. Knowing what to do versus actually doing it. When you're busy, when you're distracted, whatever the case may be, you may be standing in front of your fridge at like 8 p.m. like, what am I going to eat for dinner? That's been me. I know. So let's talk about it, because knowing what to eat versus setting up systems is very different. Okay, so let's get into it. Today, we're going to discuss the real issues out loud. And I'm going to discuss mine because I'm there with you, even though I am a health coach. I'm a wellness educator. I teach other people. I talk to other people about what to do. I coach them through it, and I'm still there. So, welcome to day 19 of showing up before I feel ready. I am D, aka Granola Revival, and let's talk. Okay. And if you hear noise in the background, that's my neighbors. They've actually been really good, but sometimes they have little parties and stuff, and they decide to have one right, when I wanted to record, and it is what it is. This is what happens when you come out into the elements of nature, but I love recording outside. It is so freeing. Yes, I'm fighting with like bees and beetle bugs and neighbors, gardeners sometimes, but sometimes like helicopters and planes, but it's fine. So let's talk about it. The obstacles. My main obstacle for food has been not meal prepping. Simple. Very, very simple. Just not meal prepping. It's not like I don't have the food, because I'll go shopping. And if you've been here before, I've talked about the way I like to meal prep now versus how I used to. The way I like to meal prep now is with actually just like purchasing proteins and building around the proteins. I used to actually meal prep full meals. I don't do that anymore. Okay. Full meal. Okay, I'm going to have, chicken, broccoli, and rice. Now, I don't do that. I'm going to prep the chicken. I'm going to prep the ground meat. I'm going to prep the fish. That's it. That's all I do now. And then I build around that because I got bored. I really did. I got bored. I got bored with eating the same things, like for 2 to 3 days. And then I had to cook again. So I have started to prep multiple proteins, and sometimes I'll put them in the freezer, whatever the case may be. And I do prep some meals, I will say. I prep chilies and things like that I can batch cook. And then I have those super cubes that I can put in the freezer, and okay, when I feel like this, I'm gonna eat it. Or I don't eat beef, but I eat ground turkey, so I will prep turkey burgers. And some of them, if I prep a turkey burger, I'll maybe have some in the refrigerator and put the rest in the freezer. Yeah. I haven't been doing that. No, I haven't been doing it. So that's been my main obstacle. Another obstacle has been low protein. I do try to hit a certain protein goal every day, at least right now, because I am in a recomp phase of my life where I'm trying to shed fat but build muscle. And so there is a certain amount of grams of protein I'm trying to hit. I do not weigh everything right now, but I have a general idea of how I'm good, or I can do the mental math. I have gone through phases where I have weighed everything, and I've checked all my macros. I know how much fat I'm eating, how many carbs, how much protein. I'm not there right now just because I'm kind of used to this right now, and also I don't want to let a scale define me all the way, but that still is something where I've struggled a little bit. Another obstacle, I skip meals. I have been skipping so many meals because I'm not meal prepping. If I were to meal prep, then maybe things will be better. But because I don't meal prep, what I've been doing lately, what I've noticed with myself is I'm trying to maintain a certain sleep schedule, which pretty soon I'm going to be, getting ready to get my day going so I can do what I need to do. And so when it gets later in the day, I'm I ain't gonna eat. I'm just gonna go to bed hungry. I'm not saying that's right. In some cases, it's okay. not like super hungry, but in some cases, and maybe I'll talk about this in a later video, in some cases you don't want to eat too close to bedtime, because if you're eating too close to bedtime, then your body can't like fully shut down. It's trying to digest all the food. So, you know, generally science says like stop eating 3 hours before bedtime and stop drinking like an hour before bedtime, you know. But that's not the case for me when I haven't eaten properly throughout the day. Then I'm hungry and I'm like, I really want to eat, but then I just put my hunger cues aside and I said, I'm going to go to bed. Okay. And then there's also the convenience foods. That happens a lot because, well, I didn't prep. I don't have anything to eat. So I'm picking up things that maybe aren't the best for me, but I'm eating them anyway. Or I'm stopping at a fast food place, and like I'm not a major, like I don't eat at McDonald's like that, but I will, if I do stop at a fast food place, I do try to find like healthier options per se, but still I can't control like what they put in the food, where the food is coming from, and you know, if I make it, I kind of have a better idea. So that's my preference. I'm not saying eating out is always bad, but like you just don't quite know like what's in the food. And then there's also the days where like, you know, I'm like, bump this 8 p.m. I'm about to eat right now. That late meal, that is still not good for my body, as what I explained before. So those have been my obstacles. I don't know if you find yourself there, but that's been me. And I just have to be honest about it, even as a health coach, even as a person who talks other people through this, like food is a big challenge. And if you have a certain goal, it may not even be like losing weight. It may be gaining weight. You still need to eat. Okay? You can't skip meals. There's a lot of people. I haven't been that person in a very long time, but I used to be when I was like in high school, where I was like trying to bulk and trying to gain weight because my metabolism was so great and I was very, very active. I ran track. And so I like needed to, I was drinking like Ensures, you know, like, okay, let me hurry up and drink this. Cause I could eat a lot, but I couldn't keep it on. That's not my problem right now. Right now I'm trying to lose, but either way it goes, or even if you're just trying to maintain, even if you're just trying to be like, live a healthier life, I want you to know, like skipping meals, eating things that aren't like high fat, eating super sugary things. I'll be honest, right now there's a couple of lemonade drinks from Trader Joe's that I am loving. The sparkling like lemonades, all the different flavors. Okay, they're my favorite. I know this is not good for me. It's full of sugar, I know, but I've been drinking those up. I'm like, it's summertime, okay? Let me enjoy my summertime drink. But I need to drink those in moderation too. Okay, especially if I'm trying to like recomp. I'm trying to lose, you know, some fat. So, you know, it is what it is. I need to like cut it down. So let me tell you this. Nutrition changes stick when they're additive, not restrictive. Okay. So a lot of people are like, I'm going to go on a diet. I'm going to do the Atkins. Well, Atkins is old. I think it's, what is it? Keto. Keto is really Atkins. Or I'm going to do this or that. You know, no, let's not be restrictive. Let's just add protein. Let's add vegetables. Let's add water. Drink your water. Let me drink your water. I'm probably real close right now. Drink water. That actually can help you a lot if you drink your water. Do you know if you drink a glass of water before you actually eat a meal, especially if you're afraid of overeating, you're probably going to eat less, because that water will give your brain a signal that you're a little bit fuller than what you thought. Yeah. So that's that. Do it. Okay. Do it. Restriction needs willpower at every single meal. And like, sometimes we just don't have the willpower. We want to keep on going. And some people's brains are not very good at telling them when they're full. Now, my rule is usually like 80-20. So when I feel like 80% full, I'm like, okay, it's time to stop. I'm usually that person that's always taking something to go. Like 95% of the time I'm taking something to go. Unless like the portion size is like really small. Like only like true fine dining is like that. Okay. So I'm usually that person, like I'm taking something to go, and I may not eat it later, and that's okay. But the fact is, like, I didn't try to like finish my plate. I'm not trying to do that. I'm not trying to like make sure that I send my plate back like empty. No. That's okay. If I send my plate back and there's still some stuff on there, then it's fine. It is what it is. Okay. So with addition, like you need to plan it, okay? You need to plan it, and you need to just plan it. That's the main thing, plan. So what is your floor version of like, what am I gonna do? Mine is definitely trying to drink 80 ounces of water a day. Okay, so I have I take my water with me, my little 40-ounce water container with me everywhere I go. And my goal is to refill it twice at least, at the minimum. And that's like floor, because really if I'm working out and stuff, I need way more than that, but I'll just go with that. And then like, yeah, I have to figure it out from there. And so I'm still going through the process. I'm creating the space. It's not like I don't have the time, but I'm not giving myself really the adequate time to get back in the kitchen and prep my meals, prep my proteins like I should, and build around that, you know. So, the wind. There we go. We're good though. I'm wrapping it up. What's one thing that you want to work on this week as far as your food or your liquids go? What's one thing? Let me know in the comments. Okay, I want to work on drinking more water. I want to work on adding more protein. I want to work on adding more vegetables, that are safe, because I know some of the vegetables have been a little iffy, and fruits have been a little iffy right now. But yeah, you got this, okay? And even if you want to start growing a garden, I think I'm going to start growing some things in a garden. I tried that one time, and like some of the stuff got eaten by like rabbits and stuff, but I'm gonna try it again. So I'll see you tomorrow, and we're gonna talk about my series. This is week 3. Tomorrow the series, Stop Calling It Normal. If you're especially a woman, but this is just not limited to women, but it's mainly women, and you're waking up at like 2 a.m., 3 a.m. like, why am I doing this consistently? Let's talk about it, because it may not be as normal as you think. So I'll see you tomorrow. I hope my neighbors are having fun. I almost want to go over there to the party because it sounds like fun, but I don't know if they'll accept me. So I'll see you tomorrow. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe if you haven't already. And let's get our food together, okay? Because if you want them abs, you know what they say. 80% of that is made in the kitchen, okay? So the abs, the muscle, all that, the kitchen. You can do some work in the gym. I don't want you to stop in the gym, but I want you to work in that kitchen too. Okay, so see you tomorrow for Stop Calling It Normal week 3. And yeah, like, comment, subscribe. Bye.